Goff comes up with the 53 annual, 170 million guaranteed. So like, you're committed for like 3 years on the Goff.
He's got to be like one of the luckiest like quarterbacks of like the last like good while, right? Like landing with Chet Fisher as a rookie was like just like
that was he paid his dues year one.
Going to McVay to like this like supporting cast like that's what I think separates like the Lions from so many other offenses. It's just that offensive line. They have enough at the skill position. St. Brown's obviously the best slot receiver in the NFL. Sam Laporta's obviously also. Jahmyr Gibbs obviously fun. So like they have a lot around him, and it just goes to show you how much like situation really matters. Because I tweeted yesterday, like in comparison to Goff getting his money, I was like, dang, Trevor Lawrence probably going to get paid for training camp. His contract's going to look probably at least similar, if not a little more. And there were a decent amount of replies like what has Trevor Lawrence accomplished compared to Jared Goff in Detroit? And like Jared Goff, yeah, he's put up numbers because of that supporting cast, like it's legitimately been good numbers, but Jared Goff just never going to be like one of the guys, right?
Well, yeah. And I think this is what the contract blew me away was like, you're not that far off from like Lamar Jackson money. I was surprised that the contract came out that high. You're going to have to get to a point now that you've paid Penei Sewell, you've paid Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like this is the part where it gets a little difficult and where Jared kind of has to rise above things that he's been in the past. The money demands that he's going to have to be like a real deal playmaker out there, like on the level of a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen or something like that. Like that's the market range now. Just don't view Jared Goff in the same breath. And I think that's fair. I feel like
I think it's totally fair. And I can honestly say like everybody who's ever like posted about football has like thought at least once about how cool it maybe would be to be a GM. This shows like how terrible it must be. Like Pat Mahomes like could do like his legacy right now is going to be paying Jared Goff, but like realistically, there's nothing dude could do about it. Like,
right? What else are you going to do if the Lions let Jared Goff walk? As much reservations as I have about giving him this contract, that's a huge loss to their football team if Jared Goff walks away, and it's something that you have to replace immediately or blow up the entire ship. So you don't really have a choice but to give him that money and to kind of keep this moving. And it's like, we look at more contract situations with Dak Prescott's coming up, Trevor Lawrence coming up. With Trevor, at least we know he's going to be a Jaguar. With Dak, you're just kind of floating in obscurity. And I would just ask Jerry, after he's looking at this line situation, be like, okay, what's plan B? Trey Lance? You gonna trade CD and Micah Parsons because you don't have a quarterback anymore? Like I don't understand what his plan is there. And it's easier just to have a quarterback always, even if it's not, one of those 3 or 4 elite guys. It's just always better to have someone out there that you can trust.